This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Tuesday means it's Type 2 or Standard Tuesday, and we have a pretty sweet one to check out this week. This is Abzan Enchantress. It comes to us from Higashi Akihiro, who took it to a top 8 finish in a small Japanese tournament, so congrats to Higashi on a really spicy deck. A quick reminder before we break down Abzan Enchantress for Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So Abzan Enchantress is primarily about two sagas, History of Benalia and Eldest Reborn. Both are incredibly powerful cards. They're a bit slow because they take a couple turns to really get up to full power, but they offer a ton of value for their mana cost. So History of Benalia comes down, makes a knight, next turn makes a knight, next turn pumps a knight, sacrifices itself. Eldest Reborn comes down, makes your opponent sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, next turn makes them discard, finally reanimate something. So the combination of these two cards give us a ton of 2-for-1ing, 3-for-1ing value, and can take over the game on their own. The problem with both of the sagas is they kind of run themselves out. Unlike a planeswalker, which sagas are often compared to, they are going to go away on their own after a couple of turns, but the idea of this deck is, what if you could just keep reusing your sagas again and again and again and again? And that is the main idea of this deck. So first off, we have Satyr Enchanter to give us extra value from our sagas. Draws us a card whenever we cast an enchantment spell. Both History of Benalia and Eldest Reborn are enchantments, so not only are we getting knights from History of Benalia and destroying our opponent's hand and board with Eldest Reborn, but we're also drawing cards in the process if we have a Satyr Enchanter out. However, the big plan here is to keep getting back our sagas from the graveyard. Not only do we have the kind of common Golgari Finebroker, which just returns a permanent to our hand, we also have Tragic Poet, which is a super spicy combo, especially with Eldest Reborn. So we can get back either saga, but the main idea here is we can play Tragic Poet for just 1 mana, and then we have the Eldest Reborn, we make our opponent sacrifice, we make them discard a card. Finally, we're able to reanimate something. We can reanimate our Tragic Poet, which then the next turn lets us return the Eldest Reborn to our hand and repeat the process. Cast it again, opponent sacrifices, discards. Finally, we get that third lore counter. Eldest Reborn sacrifices, reanimate Tragic Poet. Then the next turn, we do it again. We sack Tragic Poet. We get back Eldest Reborn. Repeat the process again and again and again. So that is kind of the loop of the deck. Just infinite Eldest Reborns. History of Benalia, also pretty sweet. Just makes a ton of knights, pumps the knights, hopefully kills our opponent. Golgari Finebroker is a nice backup, although unlike Tragic Poet, it does not sacrifice itself, so it would have to die some other way for us to reanimate it with Eldest Reborn and keep that loop going, but it's still a fine way to just get back a saga that goes into the graveyard. Hold on to it till after Eldest Reborn ultimates, get it back, start the process again, or get back a History of Benalia right away. We also have Fine Finality, which adds an extra layer to the loop. So Fine Finality can be a Wrath, can also get creatures back from our graveyard, so with this, we can get back a Golgari Finebroker or Tragic Poet from our graveyard, which then enter the battlefield or sacrifice themselves to get back a saga. Then we cast a saga, keep the loop going, so we're just basically grinding our opponent out in every way possible with as many sagas as we can. Otherwise, we have a couple more removal enchantments to trigger our Satyr Wayfinder. If they die, we can get them back with Finebroker with our Tragic Poet. Profane Procession gets rid of 3 creatures very slowly and then eventually gives us those creatures once it flips around. Ixalan's Binding answers pretty much anything forever. And then we have some non-enchantment removal. Assassin's Trophy, Moment of Craving, Vraska's Contempt, just ways to deal with whatever our opponent's doing. Settle the Wreckage, Cleansing Nova give us some sweepers to get rid of our opponent's board. In the mana base, we get 8 shock lands, we get a bunch of the check lands, and a few basic lands. As far as the sideboard, for control, we can bring in Duress to attack our opponent's hand. Then we have some repeatable card advantage engines. Treasure Map, Karn, Vraska Relic Seeker. These cards come in place of things like Moment of Craving, which are not good against control. Some of the other targeted removal, and combine with our Aldous Reborn and our History of Benalia to just give us an insane amount of repeatable value on permanents. We also have one Divine Visitation. I'm not 100% sure why we have one Divine Visitation. I'm guessing the idea is we can upgrade our Knights into Angels. It also kind of works with our Karn and our Vraska, but basically if we are looping History of Benalias, why not make it into 4/4 tokens instead of just 2/2 tokens on the ground? Otherwise, for aggro, we get Cast Down of Vraska's Contempt for targeted removal, and then a couple more sweepers. Golden Demise, Ritual, so really good against aggro decks, token decks, and that is Abzan Enchantress for standard. And that's our instant deck tech for today, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.